Today we're going to be talking about practice.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
All successful day traders have learned how to practice. It's amazing in the day trading arena. Most traders do not practice. I mean, and therein lies the major problem. Therein lies the struggle. Therein lies the inconsistency. Therein lies the fear. Therein lies the FOMO, because you don't practice. And it's not your fault. Most traders are not taught to practice, right? You just rush in. You rush in and grab a prop firm account, or you rush in and open up a new trading account. But nobody says pump the brakes. How about we learn how to trade first by practicing? I mean, if I were to take you to Stephen Curry, one of the greatest shooters in the world, right? And he said, all right, I'm gonna teach you how to shoot. Give me 2 weeks, right? After 2 weeks, your shooting will be improved, but you're not going to be Stephen Curry. Do you understand? It takes hours and hours and hours and hours of practice, right? But the problem is nobody has taught us how to practice. They've taught you how to put on 5 to 10 indicators, right? They've taught you how to try to find support resistance, right? They've taught you how to open up a prop firm account. They've taught you how to hurry up and get live. You know, they've taught you how to, create 20 indicator combinations that don't work, use pivot points, all this kind of stuff, right? All this kind of stuff that they're teaching you, but nobody is saying, how about we learn how to practice so that we can get better over time, because we're practicing our craft, all right? Trading is a craft, and until you learn how to practice, the struggle is probably going to continue. But in this video right here, I'm going to show you a simple way that you can practice your day trading every day to continue to get better, so that you can finally pass that prop firm challenge, right? Like another community member just did last week, passing 150K challenge. So if you've been on the struggle bus, we understand, and we have a solution. That solution is our free guide, Finally Funded. This free guide is just filled with tips to help prop firm traders. So if you're struggling to get across the finish line to pass your prop firm challenge, just comment below, give me the guide, and I'm going to send you Finally Funded. So in this lesson, yes, we are going to talk about how to successfully practice to get your skills up to a good level that you can consistently pass prop firm challenges, you can consistently get past the buffer, and you can finally consistently get some payouts. Let's go deeper. Hey guys, JD here. Man, I remember it like yesterday when I finally, let me start over. I remember it like yesterday when I first came across price action trading in the way that I kind of teach it now. You know, somebody was taking a second entry long. They only was going for 1 point and they made $50. And I can just remember thinking like, man, they made that $50 fast. And just from seeing a second entry, I was hooked, right? From there, I bought their course. I went through their course. I started learning price action. But guess what? I still was losing, right? Now, at this point, I would say I had a winning strategy. You know, I learned enough from that course that in my prior knowledge that I'm like, all right, I know now that I have a winning strategy. And I knew it because I had been losing for 8 years plus, simply trying to get indicators to work, right? Simply trading off of bad common trading knowledge. It's a killer. It's most people are failing because you're stuck trying to make bad common trading knowledge work, trying to make lagging indicators work. And it's just a trap, right? Watch my video called Time Trap if you don't understand what I'm talking about right now. But most of the stuff we learn out here is a trap. But I was blessed that after 8 years or 9, I ain't even sure what it was. It was a long time of struggle. I finally have found a system where I was like, all right, price action is where it's at, because I know why I won, right? I saw this person take a second entry. He explained it. I could see why the trade won, right? After I got the course and got my knowledge deeper, then I had what I needed. But success didn't just happen. You know why? Because after you learn the right way, right? Again, if I was taking you to Steph Curry, after Stephen Curry teaches you the proper way to hold the ball, the proper way to flick your wrist, the proper way to follow through, the proper way to square your shoulders, the proper way to jump, let the shot go at the top of your shot, all that stuff, right? Same thing with trading. It's a bunch of stuff you have to learn first. Once you learn it, once you know you have a system, once you know you have a good strategy, now it's time to practice, right? It's not time to run out and jump in to the field, right? It's not time to jump into the game. And this is the thing. Most struggling traders, you just got going too quick, right? You jumped in the game too quick, and you think because of bad common trading knowledge that when you're trading, you're practicing. No, no, no. When you're trading, that's game time, right? When the market is open and it's for real coins out here, that's not time to practice, right? That's not time to try something. That's not time to shoot from your hip. No, that's game time, right? But that's the problem. Most people are practicing during game time instead of practicing first and then being confident when the game kicks off. All right. So listen, what you need to do to actually practice this craft. So step one, you got to have a system, right? You got to know you have a profitable system. So in my story that I was just giving you, I had finally found that system. As soon as I seen that second entry, I knew I got it. The first time I took a second entry and won, I knew this was it. I'm never looking back, and I've never looked back, right? You can't get me to slap no 5 indicators on my chart no more. I'm removed beyond that level of knowledge. I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of hate in the comments about indicators. Hey, if you haven't moved past that level yet, that's on you. I'm just saying there's an easier way. Okay. Now, how do you practice, right? This is how you actually practice, especially for those who are already in the game, you're trading every day. The proper way to practice is this. After the trading day is done, right? After the trading day is done, you take a screenshot, all right, of the trading day, of the complete session. You start back at the beginning of the session and you follow the price action, all right, based on your strategy. And you mark up every, let's just stick to second entries. You mark up every second entry that you saw that would fit your trade criteria, right? Put a little arrow in there, mark that puppy up, all right? Just follow the price action. So you want to mark up every trade you could have taken, every trade you missed, every one you did take. And when you're done marking up the whole chart, study that price chart, all right? After your trading day, that's not the end of the day. The real work is done after the market is closed. The real work is done when you're looking at a price chart, an old past price chart. That is when the real work is truly done. And I'm gonna get a whole bunch of comments, because I always do when I talk about marking up past price charts. People tell me, oh, it's easy to mark it up after the fact. We're not trying to trade. We are practicing, all right? And this is how you practice. If you can't find a second entry on a past price chart, you are not going to be able to take a second entry in a live market. Let me say that again for the haters who are going to be in my comments. If you cannot find a second entry on a past price chart, you are not going to be able to find a second entry in a live market, all right? So if you don't understand what I'm saying, then my brand of trading is just not for you, and that's okay. You ain't got to flood my comments if you don't get it. All right, if you don't get it, it's okay. It ain't for you. If you want to keep using 5 to 10 indicators, that's fine. This brand of trading ain't for you. But if you want to be able to read a price chart, and I mean any chart, I trade the ES, but I can go over to the NQ right now, read that chart and take trades. I can go over to gold right now, read that chart, take trades, because I've learned how to read a price chart. You can definitely learn how to read a price chart if you just do what I'm saying. And once you learn how to read that price chart, nobody can take that away from you. All right. Nobody can take that away from you when you have that skill. All right. But you have to put in the work. So after each trading day, take a screenshot of your price chart, all right, and mark it up. It's going to force you to read the market. It's going to force you to not just end the day, you know, whether you won or lost, but study, right? Study, study, study. So studying past price charts, that's where you put in the work. That's where you actually practice, all right? And you practice this, and I mean screenshots. Then after you really have good knowledge of price action, rule of two, market cycle, second entries, higher lows, lower, whatever your strategy is. I'm sorry, I'm giving you my strategy, but whatever your strategy is, once you're working it and seeing it from your screenshots, then go demo. Not live, not jump into a prop farm challenge, go on demo, right? And now what you want to do is just keep practicing, taking your setup. In my case, it would be keep practicing taking a second entry long off the 21 EMA with trend. Keep practicing that, right? I can mark it up, keep marking it up every day on past price charts. Go on demo, try to get used to seeing it in live markets. And the bottom line is this: the more and more and more you practice, the easier and easier and easier it will be when it's game time. It's no different than. Would you let a doctor operate on you who didn't put in his practice hours, right? So hey, it's about getting your chart hours up. Let me get my thumbs right. It's about getting your chart hours up. You need to get your chart hours up. Most traders don't understand this. Chart hours, and I don't mean trading. Again, I'm not talking about trading. I'm talking about your eyes reading the price chart as much as you can. The more you do it, the better, the faster you're going to get to the goals you want, the faster you're going to get to the success you want. So that's why I'm saying do it every day. Hey, do it multiple times a day. If you didn't trade that day, awesome. Mark up every every trade you see how the day would have worked out for you, right? Go on demo and do some more practicing. But that's how you're going to be able to just glance at the price chart and be like, oh, we've had a trend up, trend break. We should be reversing right here. I would look for a lower high if it comes. I'm gonna take it. If I get a good signal candle, let me set my sell stop right here. Boom. That's how it will be because you've looked at so many charts. You just looked at so many charts. You've marked up so many charts. You've analyzed so many charts following your particular strategy, following your particular system. You've just done it so much that now, hey, it's easy, but it's not gonna become easy without practice. All right. But if you put in the practice, if you put in the work, if you get your chart hours up, then everything else will become easier. Just like hey, you ain't let no doctor who ain't practice, right? You don't want no lawyer who ain't put in the work, all right? You don't want a chiropractor who ain't practiced enough on other folks, okay? Same thing in trading. If you want to get better, right? If you want to be able to pass a prop firm challenge in 6, 7 days in a week, hey. If you want to be able to grow your prop firm account, if you want to be able to grow a personal account, you're going to have to possibly back up and put in some practice. All right. Get your chart hours up, get your knowledge of your system up. You know what I'm saying? And stop going from system to system, because every time you jump to a new system, hey, know that you're going to need to practice you're going to need 90 days of practice to even see what you got. All right. So listen, practice is very important. It's something that the average trader skips because, we've been taught to just think you just slap on indicators and do what they say. You don't need no practice or you practice while you're trading. No. You practice when the market is over. You study when the market is over. You don't practice in the game, right? Nobody practices in the game. LeBron don't be in the game trying to practice a new move, right? No, you practice the new move in practice, right? You come to the game ready to execute, all right? And if you're practicing your strategy enough, if you got enough chart hours, when you're in the game, man, you'll see that trade come. I can see a second entry coming from so far away. You guys hear me say it all the time. We're getting close to a key entry point. All right, if I get this lower high right here, it's a go. I know this because I've practiced this setup. I've practiced this market. I've seen this market context so many times because price action repeats itself, right? This is how we have an edge because we understand that these setups that we're taking repeat themselves every day in the marketplace. So I've seen it happen so many times. I've seen the context happen first, right? I've seen the range context happen, or we're in the trending imbalance context. I've seen the context of the market so many times because I've read so many price charts. Then I know to just, all right, I know what's happening per this context. Let's see if we get a price action setup to confirm it. Then the price action setup comes. No shocker to me because I've seen this price action setup happen in this context over and over and over again. But you don't get that knowledge. You don't get that experience without practice. I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap this one up because hey, if I can't help you if you don't want to practice, but if you want to be good, practice. And it's simple. Again, take a screenshot of the current day, mark up every second entry you see, or your strategy, whatever your strategy is, mark up every entry that qualifies as an A+ trade. See how you would fare at the end of the day, and do that every day without fail. Do that every day without fail, and you're gonna just look up and you're gonna just be reading the price chart, and it's gonna blow your mind how often you get the context right. Every trade isn't gonna be right, but man, if you were trading at 40% without practice, oh, practice can move you up to a 60% trader. And just small increments like that in the trading game are huge. It's huge on your bottom line. Huge on your bottom line, and you want to be able to do it right, and you want to be able to practice so you finally can pass these prop firm challenges, man. If you've been struggling to pass them, I understand the pain, I understand the struggle. We be in it with you, man. But there's some tips, and I have them in the free guide, Finally Funded, that can possibly help you get over the edge. I want to help everybody finally make some money from these prop firms and stop just shoveling it out. But you're gonna need to stop. You're gonna need to practice. You're gonna need to get the right information, practice the right information, and then go from there. So comment below, give me the guide, so we can try to get you over that hump, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Listen, the key is to practice, right? Not in the game. Get your shots up kind of after the game, all right? We practice really after the game. Get your shots up then, all right? So from here, I want to show you a trading day. It was a whole trading session, not just one trade, but I'm gonna show you how I was reading the market, all right? And I was taking my trades based on the context of the market that I'm familiar with and price action entries, all right? So this is gonna hope this one helps you out. And until next time, my name is JD, and as always, I wish you increase on the set. What did I just say, y'all? What? Let's do that one again. Rewind. I don't really have a rewind, and I'm not a great editor, but let's say that again. My name is JD, and as always, I wish you increase on the sudden. Sorry, I just played around right there, guys. Hey, I gotta have fun while I'm making these videos. Check out this trade example. Hey guys, how's it going? JD here. So we are in the waiting game. We have a key entry point up here, which is where we're currently headed. So we are going to see if we make it to the key entry point, see if we get a setup, and then see if we can get a trade today. Haven't had one yet, so this will be the first trade of the day if we can make it to our key entry point. All right, here we go, folks. Made a mad dash.
Order submitted.
Got rejected immediately.
Order filled.
Here we go. Game time. Push down, push down. Say push down, Titan.
Push down?
Closing your low, closing your low. Push, push, push. Closing your low.
Why do you need it to push down?
Because we went short, buddy, so we wanted to push down.
Okay.
We want this range fade to work. We wanted to test the 21 EMA at least. There we go. Push. Now push through the 21 EMA.
Stop filled.
Whoa.
This gonna work
Order filled.
What about this reel?
Stop filled.
That was a very tough turn of events there.
Order submitted.
But look how we stopped right at the key entry point. Just did not give us a way to enter. Here we go again, another touch. Oh boy. A lot of sales buyer pressure up here. Tell you that.
Order filled.
We taking a range fade again off of the top of this key entry point. Yeah. Red push down. This is a higher low tighten off the key entry point. I don't really know what happened on those other trades, just unfortunate. Hopefully we can get it back right here. Push down, get through that EMA, push through that EMA. Push through that EMA. Push through that EMA. Don't hold, EMA, don't hold, push, 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 push down, push down, push down, push down. Last 200, come on, close on your low, close on your low. I'll take that rejection. Push down, let's go.
Oh, Lego? What's this little Lego?
Lower high, push through, come on, push through that EMA, power through, break it, break it. Break it. Break lower. Push, 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 push. Good, I'll take that close. I'll take that close. Right at the EMA, let's push lower. Let's push lower right here. A little more, a little more, a little more.
And when it's summer of the night.
A little more push. Close on your low, push. Break lower. Close on your low. Good close, good close. Break it, break it, break out, break out. Big candle down, big candle down, big candle down, big candle down for the break. Hold the line, EMA, hold the line, EMA. Hold the line, EMA, push down. Push down, push down. Let's go. Let's get it. Push. Let's go. Let's go hard. Let's go hard. Let's go hard. Let's go hard. Push. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Stop filled.
Good win. So we got back all those losses.
Freezer?
Order submitted.
Can I have my own lemonade?
Order filled.
Going again. Assuming that we're going to get to the bottom here. I'm going to put my stop above this swing. Let's see if we can make it to the bottom of this range now. This is a beautiful add-on situation. I just can't let it go.
Order submitted.
It's a beautiful touch
Order
off this
filled.
2 EMA. We're gonna go with this. Expecting that our call is right. We're coming down to the bottom of this range. And if we just can get a second leg like this, we'll be in good shape here. That's a great candle, a little more. Almost getting to the center of the range. We wanna get our 2 points here. We halfway to our target, let's get it. push, 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 drop. There we go. Drop. A little more. Come on. Push down. A little more. Come on. Push. 2 more points. Push. Push down. We almost there. Push down. A little more. 1 point. 1 point. There we go.
Stop filled.
There we go. Great wins. See if we can get some more. Push down. Push down. Oh yeah, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Surviving. Ah, don't do that. Push down. A little more. Give me a little more. Push down. Oof.
Stop filled.
All right. So it was a rough day today. All because I went too soon right here. If I wait for the touch of the key entry point, right? So I lost here, and then I lost here trying to get in quick, right? So if I just wait for the touch of the key entry point, you know, the day would have been possibly a lot better. But we stuck with it. You know, we had this lower high here off the key entry point. That's an awesome entry right there. That was awesome. You know, then when we added on here, I mean, we got the win, then we got back in. We survived this pullback. When this boy came down strong, that was my add-on. You know, right, beautiful signal candle right off the 21 EMA. We was ranging here, all these stem, range. This is a failed reversal right off the 21 EMA. We already know our target was the bottom of this range. Everything is saying go short right here, you know, because we understand the market context, how to read the price action. So once the range fade worked here, the first touch off the 21 EMA is a very good entry. That's why I went on and added on here, and it worked out. All right. And so, you know, the final number for today was 1125. So $1,000 day. And like I say, it wasn't easy. Trading ain't easy. But you know, I stuck to it and overcame that mistake. Now my mistake was just going before I had a touch of the key entry.